Hey everyone, and welcome back to Delivered, the show where we discuss what makes the 5% of digital products that do succeed actually succeed. My name is Georgios Athanasiadis, and I'm your host. In today's episode, I'm talking to Rebecca Packin. She's the head of product marketing at Accessiway. There, she connects product, technology, and customer needs to help make digital experiences more accessible for everyone. Before she joined Accessiway, she spent 9 years in Tel Aviv's tech scene, working at companies like Wix and Monday.com. Now she's back in Italy, where she brings a mix of tech, storytelling, and commercial thinking to one of Europe's leading digital accessibility companies. Let's bring Rebecca in. Hello, Rebecca. Good to see you.
Hello,
Ciao.
Georgios. Good to see you
I
too.
was just
Ciao.
in your country.
That is the coolest hat you can get in Sicily,
I
probably.
think so. I looked for a long time, and my son actually found it for me. He bought one for himself, and then I got jealous, and then had to get one for myself. So now we have, but he has a yellow one, and I have a whatever color this is.
It's amazing. It's an amazing logo,
Yeah, it's really
really,
cool, and it's
really
like
good.
the official mark of Sicily. It's super nice.
Wow, it's
Um,
beautiful.
Thank you for coming on. So let's should we jump straight into it?
Please, I am honored to be here.
Cool. So let's start easy. Tell us a little bit about Rebecca, your career so far, and ultimately how you ended up in your role at Accessiway.
Sure, I started my career in tech, actually in the tech industry a while ago. I was pretty young. I just moved to Israel, to Tel Aviv, where there's a big tech valley, let's call it like this. I actually started as a writer, as a localization writer. Back then, I just finished my studies in literature in Italy, so I moved to Israel, started working for Wix as a writer. Very quickly, I was promoted the team leader of my team of writers, localization writers. Then our team became growth. And then I switched to product marketing in Wix. I was in charge back then of the blog product. I am not sure still exists. And then pretty much around COVID, I left Wix, moved to a startup, and then very quickly I left the startup and went to a similar company to Wix because I very much was missing that. And I moved to Monday.com, where I was working as a growth product marketer in the monetization team. Had really best time of my life there, but I had to leave because I relocated from Israel to Italy. And then I joined Accessiway, and now I'm currently the head of product marketing in Accessiway. We're based in Torino, but we are a European company. And I'm super happy to be here.
Very cool. I did not know that you were in Tel Aviv. So how long were you there for in total?
I was in Tel Aviv for a very long time. I was in Tel Aviv
Wow,
for 9
awesome.
years.
Super cool.
Yes.
So, and now you're at Accessiway. We will get into Accessiway, what that is in a bit. But first, I wanted to talk a little bit about accessibility in general, because I mean that's kind of like the bread and butter of what Accessiway does. So, for you, what is accessibility?
Sure. It's a good question, and I ask myself the same thing. When I joined Accessiway a little bit more than a year ago, I thought accessibility just means putting a ramp in front of a building so that people in a wheelchair can get in. I was super clueless, and I'm super glad I joined this company that opened the door to me to a whole world I didn't know about. Accessibility, basically, digital accessibility means building digital products that actually make sense. And when I say make sense, it means that they are accessible, meaning they can be used, navigated, interfaced by people of all kind, meaning all people, including people with disabilities. And this really to me changed my perspective on many things. Now I really much notice accessibility everywhere and also digital accessibility everywhere.
Very interesting. So going on and building on that, so what, in the ideal world, and everything was accessible, and in particular on the internet. So what would a genuinely accessible internet actually look like, and how far do you think we are from that reality?
Sure. First of all, I think it's more than the internet, it's every digital thing. So I'm thinking even of the smartphone. I'm even thinking of I don't know how to call it, the billboard in
Oh
the
yeah,
train stations when you see when the train is arriving. So really digital accessibility is everywhere. This is the most interesting part, that it's in the smallest thing that we don't think about. And unfortunately, and I know these stats are pretty bad. Currently, I think around 95% of most of like the million most visited home pages worldwide are not really accessible, which is a horrible number, being 2026. In Accessi Way, we are, of course, trying to um, um, make this number much lower, but there's a lot of work
I
to
was
do.
gonna
That's
say
why
you
we're
have a
here.
lot of work to do. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's that's a very bad number, but we're here to solve
so
that.
and tell us a little bit about Accessi Way, because you're a company working in accessibility field, helping enterprise or like all types of companies to become more accessible. And I think one thing that we talked about that you mentioned before we started recording is that, yeah, and you alluded to it, it's not only about websites, it's about what you said, all digital ecosystem. So tell us a little bit about what Accessiway does.
Sure, we are a company, a European company specialized in digital accessibility. We are vertical, so we do a bunch of different things, and we do each one very well because we are specialized in this. We provide solution for digital accessibility, no matter the touch point, whether it's a smartphone, whether it's a touch point, a web touch point, whether it's an app. We help our customers make their ecosystem, their touch point accessible to everyone. And we do so by combining both very advanced technologies. So we have a very advanced platform to manage accessibility, but we are powered by human beings. And this is what really makes us great and effective. We have the biggest accessibility team of expert in-house. They're based in Torino and in Paris and in Hamburg, and they are the ones really running Accessiway and making sure that what we are doing is done by following the highest standard for our customers.
Very cool. Thanks for that. So on going back to accessibility and design, I mean, Your Majesty, we are all about like making beautiful things, and we have very high ambitions when it comes to designing something that looks great, feels great. But there's often that results sometimes in attention. So for you, how do you handle the tension between accessibility and visual ambition in design? So when a client's design and accessibility teams would maybe disagree, who usually wins and who do you think should be winning?
That's a great question, and I'm gonna start by giving you the politically correct answer. You always find a compromise so that everybody is happy. In my opinion, and how really things should work, is that accessibility comes first. But I explain why. Accessibility doesn't mean necessarily compromising. It doesn't mean, oh, if I have an accessible website, I can't do all the crazy design things that I want to do. It's not like that anymore. It's just a matter of really finding a way to design so that everybody can access your touch point, everybody can access your ecosystem. I mean, when you're a designer, you design something, you want this to be used by everyone. And so when it comes to design decision, yes, sometimes there is a bit of compromise, but I've never seen a touch point, or better said, I've never seen a design team being unsatisfied with the fact that they need to first think of accessibility. If anything, they are always happy to find a solution that works for everyone. And then really it's a thoughtful process. It's also fun to do, to think outside of your box and to think of everyone when you design.
Very good. Next question. What's the accessibility failure you see most often, and why do you think it keeps happening?
I see a lot of accessibility failures everywhere. I cannot even start. You know what? I can tell you an accessibility failure that I recently experienced at the airport, where like I had my headphones and the change of a gate was announced, but not written in the billboard, so I almost missed my flight. And I know it's not necessarily what you will think of inaccessible design, but it is. Okay, so this is an example. But when I'm thinking of really accessibility design failures, I'm thinking of websites that have user flows that don't make sense. When you are in a
Yes.
website that makes you upset, you are probably in an accessible website. Think of all the time you're trying to access an area of a website that requires setting up a password, setting up your credential, and you don't manage to do so, and you don't understand what's the mistake. You did what you've been asked to do, and you still cannot log in. It's probably because you're doing a mistake in the way you're setting up your password, but the touch point is not telling you what's wrong.
Yeah.
This is inaccessible. And imagine this being inaccessible by a person without disabilities. A person that has any kind of disabilities has a huge barrier accessing this website. So this is the most common one. It's really like websites that have flows that don't make sense. And these are the most upsetting one to me.
Yeah, no, I definitely had those experiences where I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna quit this website now because I do not have time for this.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
everybody talks about AI, of course, and we need to talk about AI, of course. Has AI made accessibility better, worse, or has it just been differently broken?
The third, I will say that it has created different kind of broken experiences in two ways. First of all, nowadays, with tools like Lovable, for example, you can create in a matter of hours a web app, for example. But most of these web apps are unfortunately not accessible because I think the people building it simply don't have this knowledge yet, and this kind of tools don't yet support the creation of fully accessible
Yeah,
experiences.
that's right.
But the second, yeah, exactly. And the second perspective is the fact that nowadays I see everywhere on the internet a lot of AI tools to scan your website. And I even heard from our customers, experiences where like you put your touch point in the scanner and you think, okay, this is the results I got. I'm not compliant. I'm gonna fix this and then I'm done. But most of the scanners don't detect most of the critical errors. Some errors are labeled like critical while they are not. Most of these tools, by the way, are marketing tools, so their goals is to to get you to, fix those things by paying them. And so it's an issue. It's an issue because these are AI powered tool, and nowadays doesn't exist yet an AI powered scanner that really helps you make your touchpoint accessible, and this is certainly an
Yeah,
issue.
okay, I get, can totally see that. And I think, I mean, scanning is only step one, right? To figure out, it surfaces some symptoms, but then you actually need to start going in there and start doing something about each thing. So moving
I
on a
see it
bit
as
to,
step
oh,
zero.
yeah, okay, step zero.
Yeah.
So, about a little bit about yourself and your role. So tell us about your role at Accessiway, and when you think about the people who benefit the most of by your work, who do you picture first?
Sure. My role, it's always complex to explain because, some people think I do marketing, some people think that I build products, and the truth is I do a bit of mix of both. As every product marketer, I always see myself as a bridge between the offering and the products that we create and that we build and the end customer. And I always think that I hope that the people that are most benefiting from my job are the end customers, because really my job is making sure that their pains, their needs, their desire are listened to, are seen, and that what we create fit what the customers need, and also of course fit the market and fit what it's out there. But really I always have in mind what is good for the customers, more than anybody else. And I think also my role is beneficial for the sales team because I'm always trying to connect them to the customer needs and what they are experiencing, that it's painful for them, and how what we are selling is helping them make their work life better in a way.
Has a person with a disability ever directly changed the direction of a product or service that Accessiway, or maybe for one of your clients, is offering?
Everything we're doing having in mind our mission, because this is how we started and this is how it always will be. Our mission is to make the digital world more accessible. And so we have employees with disabilities in-house. We have a chief vision officer that is leading the way. And everything we're doing, we have this in mind. I can tell you concrete examples where, like, in the past, we switched our offering in order to really fit the needs of people with disabilities. And I can tell you other examples. Everything we're doing, every sales collateral, every brochure, every small change we do in our website, we do it accessible. Even though maybe no person with disability will ever read the specific brochure that we created for one specific customer, it doesn't matter. Like we do everything with our mission in mind, and we really embed our mission even in the smallest thing. Like I noticed in the office now we have braille tags at the entrance of every room that says what the room is for. And I find it beautiful, and I find it that it's perfectly in line with our mission, as much as the fact that we have an elevator in our office that probably has been used once, but it doesn't matter. That one time it was there, and I think that is
That's
very
awesome.
important. We stick to our mission in everything we do.
Very cool. And yeah, I mean, as someone who's been working with you for a while now, I think that comes through everyone within your team as well.
Absolutely.
So, what's the most common misconception about accessibility that enterprise buyers arrive with, and how do you correct that?
They come thinking that accessibility is something that you do once and then it's fixed forever. and they immediately understand that it's not. It's like building for mobile. So it's something you take with you for the rest of your life, whatever you're building. You need to build also having in mind people with disabilities and accessibility. So this is the biggest misconception. And the second one that I notice is that they think that it's just something that has to do with compliance, something annoying, something they cannot prove the return of investment in. And it's not like this. Customers that are with us for a few years, they can really see in the touch points that they built accessible that this is good for business. A touch point that works for people with disabilities works well for all. Hence, you open your door to much more visitors, and just the experience of your website is much more pleasant for all. So in the best cases, you really see the return of investment as soon as you start implementing accessibility into your design.
Right. So how does it look like when they're transformed on the other end? Like if a company truly starts implementing accessibility across its organization, what does that look like?
That's a good question. Well, first of all, their touch points just look and feel much better. But it's not just that. I noticed that customers that do this successfully, then they really want to continue in their accessibility journey. And so it's about also leading the transformation on the inside. Large enterprises that we have among our customer really start implementing accessibility into their culture. They start hosting workshops on not only how to build accessible by design products, but also how to really understand what it is to live with a disability, what it is to experience life with a disability. We recently hosted activities, volunteering activities for companies that go and experience being a volunteer with blind people, playing volleyball with blind people, or even just, dinner
Yeah.
in the dark. It's a great experience that customers that are with us for a few years go through, if they want to, of course, and you experience what it is to have a meal in a completely dark restaurant and eating in the dark. And I think, you start with doing this with your website, and then you really want to bring the change inside your organization.
That's awesome. So we have been working together for the past almost 6 months or so. So Your Majesty
Yeah.
and Infinum, we've been leading the brand transformation and website redevelopment of Accessiway, and that's also how we got in touch. So tell us a little bit about what was your ambition or why you went into this transformation in the first place, and then also if you can speak to a little bit on how the reactions or outcomes, both internally within the company, but also maybe what you've seen in the market as the outcomes of the new brand launching.
Sure. We came to you because we had, we have been recommended that somebody recommended Your Majesty as a great agency to work with. And I can confirm that's the case. We came to you because we really wanted to change everything about Accessiway. We wanted to redo our website, but also redo the entire branding, the messaging, our logo, everything. We wanted to disrupt the way digital accessibility companies present themselves. And also, we started as a startup, and now we are an established company. We wanted our brand and website and messaging to reflect that. And I remember when we came to you, we told you, erase everything that we did so far and let's start to build from scratch. But let's do so by trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Forgive me the term, but we really wanted the branding to feel relatable, a brand that you want to copy in a way. And I can tell you that when we launched our new website and brand, we did an event in our new office in Torino, a very big event, and we painted the whole office with our
Wow.
new amazing colors. And first of all, the office vibe already feels better because now we have pink walls, and I must say they really just give a good vibe. But it's not just that. We felt that the brand really reflects who we are. And so when we presented internally, it was a success. We had even snacks with our edible logo, but regardless, we feel much more connected to the brand even internally. We see, we are wearing this super nice T-shirt with our new logo and
I want one of
colors, and it
those,
just
by the
it
way.
feels right. Yeah, everybody wants one of those now, It's that kind of merch that even when we bring it to events, like we see customers, future customers, hopefully, very very happy with
Very cool.
receiving our merch. It's not the typical merch that you put on the side and use it
Hmm.
only as a pajama. It's really cool stuff.
That's awesome. Very cool. So the last question that we ask all our guests that comes on to Delivered, since the show is called Delivered, what is the best thing that you've delivered so far in professional career, or the one thing maybe that you're most proud of?
I'm super proud of this project, and I don't just say it here because I'm here with you. But I'm really proud of this project because I tell you honestly, I joined Accessiway a little bit more than a year ago. I knew nothing about accessibility, as I said at the beginning of this conversation. And when I got the task of redoing the branding of Accessiway, I was scared because every accessibility brand pretty much looks the same, and I had this task that I really wanted to deliver in the best way. I really wanted everybody to connect to it externally and internally. I wanted everybody to feel proud of this new Accessiway look and feel. And I'm very proud, we worked with a large team, both on our side and your side, in a pretty
Hmm.
much tight deadline because we really wanted this to be delivered within Q2 2026. We had to redo everything from scratch, and in a, in a kind of industry that it's not so easy. This is not like beauty or fashion. And I think we both sides embraced the challenge, and we really brought uniqueness to it. And I think the result, it's wonderful. It's original. It's relatable. It's accessible, and I'm super proud of it. And I will bring it in my portfolio forever.
That was very beautiful said. That's awesome. Glad to hear it. Before I let you go, what are you most excited about for this year now? What gets you excited going to work?
So much. So many things. I really love my job. I love my office and I love the people. But I'm the most excited at the fact that we have a new CPO that joined. Nir, he's also Israeli. He comes with a strong accessibility background, and we are so gonna disrupt this industry. We have so much planned. We recently launched our accessibility platform, and we basically moved from uh, being a consulting business to being a SaaS company, and it's super exciting to do so in the age of AI. I feel we're doing something, as I said at the beginning, we are working in a sort of a vertical. So we are covering one thing, but we do it so well. And I'm excited about the things we're working on and to launch them because I think they are really helping the digital world being accessible to everyone in a very good way. Like we are delivering products that are super efficient and they are gonna make things better for a lot of people. And so I'm super excited when I wake up in the morning and I go to work.
That was awesome. That's super cool. That
My
was
pleasure.
all my question. How was it to be on this show, Rebecca?
It's better than be on the Saturday Night Live.
I don't know about that. Maybe maybe next after you'll go there next. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's next on my
Very
schedule.
cool. Well, thank you so much for taking the time and for all your smart answers to my questions. I wish you a wonderful day and a nice weekend ahead.
You too. Thank you,
Thank you so
Georgios.
much. Ciao, ciao. Thanks again to Rebecca for joining this episode and sharing her unique perspective on digital accessibility, product marketing, and the work that Accessiway is doing to make digital experiences better for everyone. If you enjoyed this conversation, you should totally subscribe to Delivered to get more chats like this, where people talk about how they are shaping brands, products, and digital experiences. My name is Georgios Athanasiadis, and this show is brought to you by Infinum. Check out all the stuff that we do at infinum.com. You can also check out some of the work that we do with the Your Majesty team at yourmajesty.co. See you in the next episode.